What's up, folks? And on today's video we're going to be discussing an article that came out from a website called BSC News, and they actually tend to cover several BSC projects, and they make interviews with the owners, and they talk about whatever they have coming up next. And the article details how Drip is preparing to launch the Animal Farm V2. Now this has been long coming, and there's a lot of things that were very unclear. First of all, launch dates are not there yet, just FYI, so we don't know when exactly this is happening. But what we do know is a few things and several changes that are coming up with the launch of the Animal Farm V2. Now, what's coming up next is me explaining what the article is about, whatever you need to know, in a very easy, clear, precise manner, and very illustrative. So let's get into this. So before I really jump into the big changes that are coming up with Animal Farm V2, a few things I wanted to double check. If I go to the website itself, I wanted to see like the pig's price is still holding above 80 bucks, even though we had a steep decline into the general market today. Following up the Fed minutes, people didn't like what they saw, and hence if I go to CoinMarketCap, you can see a small bloodbath on the 7 on the weekly. So pig's price is still fine. Piggy bank still has about 500k LPs, and the drip garden has increased since I last covered it. You can see right now it did. So yeah, that's pretty good overall. The drip price has retraced a bit, but that's normal because BNB did so as well. Now several things are coming with us from V1 to V2. I'm talking about the native farms, the non-native farms, the pools. So as far as I know, we don't have additional stuff in that area. However, for example, the pig pen has changed already a bit, emission rate wise and all of that. And lots of things regarding dogs have also changed, and that is the main focus of this article and everything coming up in the Animal Farm V2. Hence the very illustrative picture that you can see at the beginning of the article. So yeah, let's start and talk about these things. So in order to hold governance over the animal farm, you're gonna have to buy pigs, the governance token, and then stake it into the pig pen, hence giving you a share, an allocation of everything that happens inside the animal farm. And in return, you're gonna be getting BUSD based on the amount of pigs you stake into the pig pen. So all this BUSD is coming from various sources. First one being 90% of all the fees, deposits and withdrawals inside the farms, natives and non-natives, also the pools, are gonna be going to the pig pen in the form of BUSD. Second source is 1/3 of all the tax collected from transacting dogs, so selling the dog's token as well as transferring it to another wallet. Third way is all the fees collected from the piggy bank interactions, so upon depositing pigs there or withdrawing, so selling your truffles, your piggy bank, part of your piggy bank stake. Also, all the total value lock of the animal farm is staked in the backend in PancakeSwap, and that's earning you up to 40% yield, and most of this yield is gonna go back to reward the pig pen holders as well. Now there are two additional sources, a game called Dogs of Fortune, and this one is, we don't have a lot of details about that yet, but the point is a portion of the fees collected there are also gonna be going to the pig pen. Second one is a game called Dogs Roulette, same principle, so a portion of the fees is gonna go back to the pig pen. Now one large misconception I wanted to mention is the 3% daily that you earn in the pig pen and BUSD, and that is very false, because at the end of the day all this BUSD is collected into a pool, and a small portion of it is going to be allocated daily to all the pig pen holders, meaning let's assume 1000 BUSD is going to be given today. If there are 1000 pigs staked, means for every pigs you're going to get 1 BUSD. So this is how it goes. You get based on the percentage of the pigs token you hold, right? Depending on the ratio and depending on how many BUSD tokens are allocated today. Now there's gonna be a new protocol introduced in the Animal Farm V2 called the Dog Pound. That is for sure coming. And it's essentially a very easy way to stake your dog's token. So you purchase your dog's token and then you put them into the dog pound, and then you're going to be earning BNB as rewards. It's a single asset staking pool that's going to be getting rewards from 3 different sources. That's what I know right now. So 2/3 of the dog's taxes, we mentioned that 1/3 goes to the pig pen. The other 2/3 is gonna feed the dog pound. There are also as well fees from both Dogs of Fortune and Dogs Roulette. But again, we don't know exactly what is the model here, but yeah, moving on. As soon as you're in the dog pound, you can choose 2 features. So you can either go the auto compound feature. Now, based on the name, it's automatic, it does everything for you, or you can go the normal route. So whatever I call the normal pool action, meaning you put your dogs in, you get BNB as rewards, you claim that BNB, and you're done, right? Now, if you actually decide to go the auto compound feature mode, there is a benefit there, which we're gonna be tackled pretty soon. But first things first, what it does essentially is that it takes your BNB, so the BNB that you got rewarded, it's gonna internally switch it up to Dogs LP, and then it's gonna take that Dogs LP and stake it into the animal farm. Remember that Dogs LP means it's a combination between Dogs and BNB, so that's the LP token. And if you recall, in the Animal Farm V1, that was the only pool aside from aside from dripUSD that would earn you pigs. So essentially, by entering the dog pound, you're gonna end up getting pigs at the end of the day. And other than that, the fact that you're not gonna have to do anything, there's the other benefit there is that it's gonna give you an extra tax reduction on dogs, because dogs is gonna have a tax reduction model, both daily and monthly, and the normal monthly rate is 0.75%, but that will increase to 1% if you follow the auto compounding feature route. And I'm gonna talk about the dogs tax scheme altogether, the new dogs tax scheme altogether pretty shortly. And also keep in mind that whatever BNB you earn from the dog pound has the same approach of whatever BUSD you earn from the pig pen. So it's allocation based, not static yield earning percentage based. Now, with all that being said and discussed, I want to quickly touch base on the dogs tax itself, the tax scheme. Now, the major change here is that whenever you transact, meaning you sell or you transfer dogs to another wallet, you're gonna start with the 90% tax on that amount. But that amount is gonna reduce over time, up until it reaches the base 6% that was applied in Animal Farm V1. Now, we discussed how this tax is going to be split, so 1/3 pig pen, 2/3 dog pound. However, before the split happens, there's a 3% from this tax that is going to buy dogs and burn it out completely, hence giving it the deflationary aspect. Now, how to reduce that dogs tax? There are actually 2 ways to do so: through token loyalty score or wallet loyalty score. Now, the token loyalty score is basically the reduction on specific dogs tokens that you have staked in the animal farm, either through the farm pools or the dog pound. If you recall, when I explained the dog pound, I mentioned that you can increase the daily reduction from 0.75% here to 1% if you follow the auto compounding route in the dog pound. If you don't, it's going to remain as such, but keep in mind that that tax reduction is specific to those tokens that are staked into the farm. The wallet loyalty score is a bit broader but less effective, as in it's a static 2% a month decrease, as long as you are actually, the more loyal you are, between quotation marks, so the less you sell, right, then the more that tax reduction is going to be effective. So if you do the math, it's going to be about 3 months, a bit less, before you go back to the actual base tax rate. Now, 2 things I want to also mention is that, one, we don't have an actual launch date yet. It wasn't mentioned. Hopefully we're gonna get some news within the week, and that has been long overdue. Dates are not very specific, and every time a specific date comes up, it doesn't hold up. So yeah. And the second part that I want to mention is that I'm not a huge fan of high taxes, very high taxes in this case, because One, it could deter new investors from investing to begin with, and two, if the price drops, it's going to induce panic and people won't care what the tax is, they're just going to sell anyways. But you have to keep in mind that the point of setting all of this is not to enter the farm, do some yield farming, cash out, and then leave. The goal here is to have a passive income stream. Starting, if you just do a quick circle based on whatever we just discussed, it starts from buying dogs, putting into the dog pound, following the auto compounding dogs route. Then you're gonna be getting pigs from dogs LPs. That pigs will go to the pig pen, and that pig pen will generate you BUSD. Starting from dogs, getting BUSD. So you buy dogs with BUSD and then you get BUSD. And that is the goal, and that is the goal of the whole flow of the animal farm. And that is what Forex and the team want to achieve at the end of the day with this product. Alright, that's it from me today. Thank you for sticking around and listening to whatever I had to say. I hope I detailed the article as much as I could without rambling much and showing you whatever is coming up next. And yeah, fingers crossed we're gonna be getting a launch date so we can actually have our animal farm up and running, and then we can move forward from there. Now, one thing I also wanted to add is that a sub to the channel would be terrific. It really helps us new kids around the blog dish out better content, but more valuable content for everyone, and expose this word we love the most to more people. So thank you and appreciate you in advance for doing so. And as always, take care of your finances and trade responsibly. This was Roy with DeFi Ascension. Thanks for watching.